One state, Manipur, but caught in crossroads and scattered in several layers, where each one is challenging the other. We reached Churachandpur town, where signboards were typically inked over the name Churachandpur. People here call the district Lamka as a mark of resistance to the administration. Here fuel is available in bottles outside the fuel station, while the fuel station is shut. Here people could be seen on the streets like absolutely normal and nothing ever has happened. Yet, we spotted vehicles look alike of what Indian Army would use in a war-like situation. Possibly that tells the undertone of a tension. Our destination was somewhere else. We saw a lot, and like I said, there were many layers. One of the many layers that reflects the dark underbelly of Manipur has a name, and it's called weapons. Another layer tells the story of those hands that have picked up those weapons. And then there are layers after layers telling the story as what brought people to the juncture where they have chosen weapons for reasons they have trusted.
Thank you so much. Take care. Thanks, brother.
This as a story has many such layers intertwined and still needed to be told. At a nondescript location, we were gravitated to the sounds of boots stomping. But this might not be the perfect melody for Manipur. It's a training camp where people, mostly children, are pursuing their choice.
Bishop! So, touch! No, Himala. First aid. More. First block, second block. More. अच्छी नदी पे I know, you know, just press ball. Siman lori na itu. Siman demo dong. Siman demo? No, sir.
Somewhere in Churachandpur, the training is currently underway, which is being given to young people by the Central Village Defense Committee. Now, they are giving this training to young people with dummy arms. These are all made of wood. They do have some weight, giving them the training with a dummy weapon as how to handle it. The instructor is now training them as how to handle a weapon and how to be there in the right posture and position while there at the front line. That's right. The training is being given to them so that today, tomorrow, whenever they are trained, they would go to the front line and they would then take charge of what they say in defense of their own land. All these people are holding dummy arms, and see, the trainer is giving them the training, a training that you are used to seeing for one to get while undergoing the military training or while trying to join the forces. There are several frontline areas where people are manning those places, keeping a strong eye on the neighboring villages, keeping a strong eye on movements happening ahead, and at times we also get to hear gunfight. This also in a way reflects the challenge ahead, because the divide has grown so big and it seems like no solution in the in the near side. Thus they have found a lot of credence in their own narration when they say it is in defense of their land, it is in self-defense. and thus the training has been given to all these young people. These are all, dummy weapons. I do see somebody has tried making a gun kind of a thing with a wooden block and a torch attached to it, and trying to make it give it a feel of a gun, which they are being trained as how to hold, where to maintain the thrust, so that they are trained enough for the future job at the front line. Sir, ये आप लोगों का फिजिकल ट्रेनिंग हो रहा है?
ओके
फिजिकल ट्रेनिंग?
हाँ,
और ये सारे जितने सारे बच्चे हैं, इनको क्या सिखा रहे हैं मोस्टली आप?
इसको अपना जो सेल्फ प्रोटेक्शन, अपना डिफेंस के लिए जो है सीख रहा है, और किसी को जो अटैक करने के लिए, किसी को बर्बाद करने के लिए नहीं बोल के, अपना देश को, अपना जान बचाने के लिए जो है, दुश्मन ने जो अटैक कर रहा है, जो उन लोग को जो अब सेफ्टी के लिए जो है सेल्फ प्रोटेक्शन के तौर पर सिखाया जाता है।
तो इनको ये सारे बच्चे इनको सिखा रहे हैं कि कैसे मजबूत हो ताकि वो फ्रंट लाइन में जा पाए?
हाँ, ये लोग को इसलिए सिखाया जाता है कि जो फिजिकल अपना जो थकावट कम होने के लिए और अपना ताकत बनने के लिए जो है सिखाया जाता है।
आप ट्रेनिंग दे रहे हैं सर? आपके पास खुद का ट्रेनिंग है पहले से?
मेरा पास कोई कुछ ट्रेनिंग नहीं है, अपना आइडिया से, अपना जो आइडिया से ही ऐसे ही सिखा रहा है।
They have all taken the position and they are now running. They are now running, taking the combat position, and this is what they are being trained as how to swiftly move from one place to another place. And look here, they've all been given this training as how to take position, exactly what you have seen in movies. As how people are being given training to be eligible enough to wear the uniform of our forces. Such kind of a training is being given to them. They are in a combat position now, and they are all trying to in a way respond to a situation. Of course, it's a dummy situation, and this entire compound over here, training is being given to all these young people. There is a trainer. The trainer is now giving signal to people to move from one place to another place, and this is how this very place looks like, where people young, and I stress on the word young, who have now come here for a training of this kind, because they all believe in the idea of self-defense and defense of the land. This is where Manipur stands today. This is where Churachandpur stands today. And this is how these young people are gearing up for their larger role. What happens to their future? Well, I'm not sure whether anyone is worried or should be worried, or should we be allowed to be worried, but then they are convinced by the idea that this moment, while responding to the situation which is currently existing in Manipur, to them this is, again I repeat, self-defense and defense of the land. These people are undergoing the physical training. Where are they going now? Okay. Are they going to the front line now?
Soon after this training, there could come a time when they will be handling real weapons. They call it their mission to become the soldier of their land. Legend says, a weapon isn't good or bad, depends on the person who uses it. But in context of Manipur, the question is how and where, and if against someone, then who?
Since when you have been taking this training?
Since yesterday.
Okay.
Just yesterday.
So you are holding a wooden block as a gun?
Yeah, it's a dummy gun.
Okay. What are you aiming at?
What do you mean
What's your aim now? What do you want to do after this training?
I don't know if we are called up to the front line so that we can be ready when there's a real gun, so that we can operate the real guns.
How old are you?
I am like 24, I think.
24?
Yeah.
Are you done with your studies?
Yeah, I've graduated.
Okay. What do you aspire to become?
As of right now, I don't know. I appear some civil exams, but due to this conflict, I can't this year.
How old are you, sir?
I'm 20.
20? Are you done with your studies?
No, I'm studying till 12.
You studied till 12.
Yes.
And what is this training? You're undergoing this training since when?
Yesterday.
Okay. And you're okay going to the front line.
Yes.
Why?
To save our land.
To save your land?
Yes, and our people. To save our land and people.
And what happens to future? Your future?
We can manage it.
You can manage.
Yeah.
How old are you, sir?
20.
20?
Yes.
You are also studying? Or you're done with studies?
I'm done.
Okay. So you know what this training is all about?
Yeah. To save our lands and our people.
You can handle a gun now?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. And have you been to the front line as yet?
No. Next, I'm going to next week.
Are you happy about this?
Absolutely no. I'm not happy, but what to say? I'm not happy really.
Sir, how old are you?
I am 22.
22?
Yes.
Since when are you handling this training?
Day before yesterday.
And you are mentally prepared to go to the front line?
Yes. I am ready.
To fight?
Yes.
And you are okay handling a real gun?
Yes, sir.
Who made this dummy for you?
I borrowed from a friend.
This one?
Yes.
It's made of wood.
Yes.
But a real gun is different from this dummy one.
Yes, I know. And I'm ready.
You're ready?
Yes.
And does that make you worry about your future? Or you're doing this for... Who are you doing this for?
To save our land.
Does that make you worried about yourself and your future?
There is no future without our land.
You know, all these people are literally speaking the same language, but they say there is no future without our land. And in a way, they are all believing in this very idea that at the moment, with this fight, they want to save their land first thing first, and thereafter the future can be secured. I'm intrigued to see this. This is a dummy one made of plastic.
Yeah.
Okay, it's made of plastic. Where did you find this?
So bazaar.
Huh?
Soap.
Okay. And since when are you having this training?
Thursday.
Thursday?
Yeah.
Okay. And you want to go to the front line?
Yeah. I want to go.
Okay. How old are you, you said?
18.
18. You're still a student?
Yes.
Your school, college, what?
College.
Okay. And your college is shut?
Yeah. Yeah. Close.
So these people are undergoing this physical training, what you just saw a glimpse of it, and for days they are undergoing this training to be ready, physically ready, mentally prepared, to in a way go to the real battlefield, as you see, and they want to go to the real battlefield and they say they want to fight it out. I'm sorry, I have got nothing to say.
हाँ, ये हम फिज़िकल ट्रेनिंग भी देते हैं और बेसिकली हमारा जो फर्स्ट एड बोलता है, जो अगर कुछ हादसा या कुछ कैजुअलिटी होने पर खुद को कैसे मतलब फर्स्ट एड लगाइए, और इस चीज़ को भी फर्स्ट एड का भी सिखाया जाता है और वेपन हैंडलिंग का भी सिखाया जाता है, और सेफ्टी, अगर वो हथियार पकड़ने के बाद कैसे सेफ्टी होगा या दूसरा से मतलब उस हादसा से बचने के लिए, ये सब चीज़ हम सिखाते हैं.
अच्छा, लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं बच्चों का रिस्क भी तो रहता है ना सर, उसको आप लोग कैसे हैंडल करते हैं? बच्चे बच्चे हैं,
हाँ
आप कभी बच्चे थे, हम भी कभी बच्चे थे, और अगर 18 साल का उम्र को आपने क्रॉस कर लिया, मैंने क्रॉस कर लिया, तो हमें मालूम है उस समय में, उस एज में लोग कैसे सोचते हैं। तो जो यूथ है उनका जो सोच है, उस सोच के साथ अगर वो रिएक्ट करे कोई सिचुएशन में, तो उसमें आपका जो ओवरऑल मिशन है उसमें कोई रिस्क हो सकता है, उन लोगों का खुद का कोई रिस्क हो सकता है।
हाँ, बहुत अच्छा, बहुत सही बात पूछा आपने। ये सब रिस्क हमारा जान के ऊपर हो गया है, लेकिन क्यों ये जवान लोग हम नहीं रुक पा रहे हैं इनको, क्योंकि उनका दिमाग पे जो हादसा हो रहा है, उनका दिमाग पे जो झटका लगा है, वो ज़िंदगी में कभी ऐसे किसी में हादसा नहीं हुआ है जो अभी हमारा ज़मीन को छीन रहा है। एक देश होने का नाते, हम देशभक्ति होने का नाते, हम इंडियन है। लोग कहता है कि हम इमाइग्रेंट है, क्या है, हमारा यही जगह है। तब अभी हमारा जो लड़का लोग है, क्योंकि ये कोई के लिए भी ये पहले बार है ऐसे किसी में हादसा देखना, तो अचानक ऐसे होगा तो उनका दिमाग में क्या असर पड़ेगा। और अभी सबका दिमाग में ये है कि हम अपना लाइफ सेक्रीफाइस करेंगे, हम अपना ज़मीन के लिए।
बच्चों को आज इस मुकाम में लाने के लिए कौन जिम्मेदार है?
इसमें मैं जिम्मेदार ठहराऊंगा सरकार को। अभी आप लोग सुना है, गुजरात में जब लड़ाई हुआ था, दंगा फसाद हुआ था, 3 दिन में चुप करा सकता है। अगर मणिपुर में 3 दिन में नहीं चुप कर सकता है तो वो गलती है सरकार का।
3 महीना
अभी 3 महीना से भी ज़्यादा हो रहा है अभी हमारा। और गुजरात का सिर्फ 3 दिन में शांति कर दिया गया था। तो अभी इस मणिपुर ना सरकार ने सोचा है और ना किसी ने इसी के बारे में सोचा। इसमें मैं भी बहुत दुख लगता हूँ।
When you train children to handle arms, is that law? If not, and if that is not law, how will you defend them when somebody calls them militants?
Well, this is a crucial time itself, as all of us knows, and taking up arms for the sake of saving our land. That doesn't mean like the person, the volunteers, the youngsters. Yeah, I don't think they are militants or terrorists, whatever people say. And I think it is justifiable for defending their tribal land itself, for the cause of defending the land. They are taking up arms to defend it from those incompetent government, of the state government, I mean.
Isn't it too much of a risk? I'm being a devil's advocate, okay? I'm being critical. Because you are trying to tell me that these young people are being given the training to defend themselves in self-defense, in defense of the land. My only question is, it is kind of a military training that you're giving to them, while you are possibly won't be 100% sure whether they are actually, they're well equipped to handle a weapon. Tomorrow you send them to a front line, something happens to them, who would take responsibility?
That is a tough question, and I'm not able to answer that thing. It's up to the higher ups and all. No? But
would you send your own children for such a training and to the front line?
For defending, yes, of course.
You would send your own children?
Yes, I would, definitely.
You don't see any problem in this?
No, I don't. As per my concern.
Who do you think is responsible for a situation of this kind? Why has Manipur arrived to this, where children have to go through a training of this kind? Of course, they can go through a training of this kind if they want to join the forces, the Indian Army, Indian Navy, Air Force. Nobody's stopping them. But for a training of this kind, but for a different reason, who is responsible? What has made Manipur come to this?
You may ask that person who's sitting in Imphal, that Biren, the one they call Biren. You ask him.
मैं भी फौजी हूँ। हमने भी अपना 16 साल गवाया है कि अपना देश को बचाने के लिए, अभी हम आर्मी होने का नाते हम खुद अनसेफ है इधर। जब हम बॉर्डर पे लड़ाई कर रहा था देश के लिए, अभी कोई किसी ने भी नहीं पूछता है कि हाँ ये लोग आर्मी है या वो लोग वो है, कोई कुछ नहीं पूछता है, कोई कुछ नहीं बोलता है अभी। और अभी ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा यहाँ पे जो हमारा फौजी भाई लोग बैठा है, उनका बहन लोग है, माँ बहन है, कोई कुछ सेव नहीं है। यहाँ तक कि सुगनू जब जला रहा था उसमें आधा से 50% तक हमारा फौजी भाई है उधर। उनका माँ बहन या बीवी बच्चा या डर का मारे भागा, यहाँ तहाँ भागा और उनका घर तक नहीं बचा। और वो कोई बॉर्डर पे पड़ा हुआ है और कोई फ्रंट लाइन पे या कहीं पे, कोई जम्मू पे है, कोई श्रीनगर पे, और यहाँ तक कि उनका घर में उसका बीवी बच्चा सेफ नहीं है।
The training was about to end. This prayer could be known to many of us, but for these children, this prayer meant resolve.
For thine is kingdom, the power and glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Is there anyone who has ever wanted to join the Indian Army? You wanted to join the Indian Army? All of you? Sir. You wanted to be with the Indian Army Armed Forces?
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
I'm 20.
So why do you want to join Indian Army?
To serve my country and
Okay.
my nation and my people and my lands.
And after this, will you be still hoping and trying to join Indian Army?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir. I'll still try for it.
Okay. Which one is better, Indian Army or what you're doing?
Depending on the situation, sir. Currently, right now, my lands need me, so
And you want to join Indian Army?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, you know the Indian Army training is very, very difficult. Do you find this training that you're going through as similar to what you have been told or what you have seen?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
But this training is not hard as not as hard as losing Arden. That's why this training is not that difficult.
Protecting your own land has brought you here?
Yes, sir.
Aren't you scared?
No, sir.
The training has made you physically strong and mentally strong to handle this?
Yes, sir.
I'm just curious, why do you want to join Indian Army? Somebody tells me that, I want to join Indian Army. I really feel very proud. So why do you want to join Indian Army?
To serve my nation, because I love my country.
Indian Army teaches us to fight. Indian Army also teaches us to protect. Indian Army doesn't teach us hatred. Do you think you have hatred in your heart, or anger, or the fighting spirit?
No, sir. We are just trying to protect Arden.
Okay. Since when have you thought of becoming, wearing that uniform or join the forces?
It's been a dream since childhood, but it's shameful that we are training before the age that we can join the army, but it's all because of the conflict in Manipur, and it's for a teenager 17 and with training with arms, it's not nice, but we need to.
Okay. After this gets over, I'm sure things would get better someday. Would you still want to go and join Indian Army?
Yes, of course, I would love to join, but right now we have to protect our land and our people, and we have lost many of our people there, the women, the disabled, and even children. They did not even spare the children. It's not, we did not want to join because we feel like it, but we have to join because they have angered and they have touched our heart, killing all those people, you know. And the Prime Minister being silent till this date, it's really disappointing, and I hope they look towards this Manipur and give justice to us and see the problem.
Okay. Are you scared by any chance?
Of course, everybody is scared of dying, but we need to be courageous and we need to stay strong.
Many of them had the dream of donning the uniform. That uniform that instills confidence in us. That uniform that instantly kindles that pride in every Indian heart. That uniform which belongs to our forces. That same uniform they wanted to don while trying to serve India. But situation has brought them here. All of them say they would pursue their dream after things get better and things get over. Question is when? And most importantly, has India risked too much for the situation having lasted all this long, close to 3 months, that eventually has also compelled all these young people go through a physical training that they otherwise definitely would have gone through, but for that uniform. Somebody is responsible for this situation in Manipur. And that same person, that same situation is equally responsible for the future of all these young people. The thing is, they say, think before you call them militants. Think before you call them terrorists. Think before you call them names. Because they are believing in this idea of self-defense, as they say, in defense of their land. But at a tender age, arms coming onto the hands is also a matter of challenge. Is also a matter of challenge for one and all. Thus the question, has India risked little too much? Has India risked their future? When will this end? How soon will this end? And how soon can they go back to their books and normal life? It's a question only India can answer. It's a question they are actually asking to India, to us, to everyone. And it is time that we respond and choose not to stay silent anymore. Silence here is not golden. Definitely not. They have a color. It's black. Should that color also be the color of their future? Again, India should answer. With video journalist Rony from this nondescript area in Churachandpur, this is Tamal Saha for News the Truth, NTT.
Good,